Holler at my guy. Just walked in the building. I just see I missed your phone calls. My bad. Sire. We're gonna pull you in just now. We still recording, so it doesn't matter. Just do your thing.
Yeah, man.
And
When?
Sire.
Sire.
Nice to meet you.
and if
Yeah.
y'all want to switch, that's their
Yeah, I got you, yo.
However you want. Do it.
Yeah.
Oh, Kimbo just walked in the building too.
It's happening.
Oh man, come through, son. Yeah,
Park
what's
the
good?
late entrance, baby.
Yeah. Y'all switch up.
Let's go,
Watch
let's
your
go.
feet. What up, brother? We're rolling live, so
Sir,
you know what I mean.
yes,
We
sir.
here.
How you doing, Chief?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
All right.
Sire.
Sire, this is all right. So when we get on the mic, you're gonna speak a little bit more. Go ahead, we rolling live. And whatever you do. To all the listeners out there, our SoundCloud listeners, our YouTube viewership, our Twitch viewership, we want to thank you through our first 4 podcast recordings. We are going to be more professional and clear as we go forward. However, I do kind of like a guerrilla style. I like you guys hearing what's really going on in the background because that makes it more real and transparent to you guys. So without further ado, I have my G, who just released his debut album. I'm going to give you a little backstory on him. Sire Stuyvesant, is that how you want to be?
Yes, Sire Stuyvesant.
Absolutely. Speaking up to the mic a little bit. So I met this brother, and mind you, in the full view of transparency, we don't know each other that well. We met in the grind, I like to say. I think I remember the first day I met you was when I was first beginning to start Wingate World Unlimited, and we were both getting some work done at a specific place we won't mention.
Right.
And we had a little time, and I just saw the acronym of, I think, was it your debut, or not debut, but one of your mixtapes, M.I.L.F.
Yeah, M.I.L.F.
M.I.L.F.
Yeah.
And I just said, what is that? And that started our conversation. So fast forward, this was about 1.5 years ago. Fast forward about 3 months. I'm coming out of Richie's gym in Bushwick. Randomly, I got my game face on. I'm already pumped up. I hear somebody tap me. I'm like, yo, who that? Yo, I'm like, oh, what's up? And it's like, oh, what's up? And then from there, I'm like, yo, the universe is crazy. Say if it works out, we meet again.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward a little bit further, we connect on Instagram. Just follow, you know how it goes. I hit him up a few weeks ago. Remember that podcast I told you I was attempting to start a few months ago?
Yeah.
It's starting now with you, and we've been trying to get this going a couple of weeks. And now, here you are.
Right.
So that's a long soliloquy in the beginning, so I'll allow you to introduce yourself formally, sir. Once again, welcome, Sire Stuyvesant.
What's up? So my name's Sire Stuyvesant.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, yo, this is dope. This is a dope setup, man. I like this.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming,
I
man.
remember when we was just talking about it.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, real talk. So talk to me about where you're from, what you do, how you doing, how's life?
I'm from Bedford Stuyvesant.
Right, Sty in the building.
Right. I'm a musician.
Right.
I'm an artist. I make all type of music, all
Right.
genres. I just released, like you said, a project called M.I.L.F. It stands for Make It Last Forever, or Memories I Live For. It's on all streaming platforms
All
right now.
DSPs out there,
Right.
everybody. So, man, what started your music career? Because you don't just, like, are you a rapper or are you a singer?
I hate the term rapper.
Right? I know you do.
I hate the term rapper. I hate the term because I hate to be boxed in.
Right.
You know. I like the term artist.
I was just about to say, artists sound fitting in.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's definitely more fitting.
And how long have you been in the business industry, music industry, I should say?
Well, I've been rapping since I was 9 years old,
Okay.
and started taking it seriously around 14,
Okay.
and just been grinding ever since.
Okay. So who would you liken your style to if you were to, comparatively speaking? If you were to do that, because you know,
I don't really,
creatives.
I don't really compare myself. I like all types of music. But I wouldn't compare myself to anyone.
So, who influence? Like, what are some of your major influences that you would say?
Definitely Jay-Z.
Absolutely, Brooklyn's finest.
I like soca. I'm West Indian, so I like soca music.
Oh boy, where you from?
My family's Trinidadian and Jamaican,
Trinidad, Trini.
and I like. I mean, you know,
Did you go to Carnival? Did you go down there for the Carnival?
This year, I missed it this year.
Yeah.
But next year though.
Shit, I see it with few celebrities and all that was down there.
Yeah, this year it's like it's more celebrities are coming now this year. I don't know.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. Carnival, you don't know, nuts.
Hold on, Nadia. Who this?
Yeah.
Niggas hoping I don't make it. Jumping in and out of spaceships. I don't fucking Gucci basic. Only money I be chasing.
That's you right there, right?
Right. You know
One of my favorite songs on the album.
What's up, yo?
This is from the album Sire Stuyvesant, M.I.L.F, M.I.L.F. You can get it on Tidal. I remember I was playing the album and I was fully prepared to hate on it. Fully locked and loaded to this was just average.
I like the honesty.
Fully prepared to be like, nah, this ain't it. And I heard the first track. Matter of fact, let me go back to the first track because it's not what you would expect, right? So this is the first track, right? And I'm a very artsy guy. I like atmospheric sounds and jingles and bells. And so I'm in the car. I said, let me give it the whip test.
Nice.
Put this on. I'm riding. I'm like, oh, it sound like Subtraction. It sound like Flying Lotus. Who is this? Vibes. Feel me?
Set the tone.
Yeah, set the tone. And I'm just gonna let it ride out right there. I ain't gonna let y'all hit the rest. If you want to hear more, go. Also, like I said, go to Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify. You don't know all that good stuff.
No, not SoundCloud.
Not SoundCloud, but Apple, Spotify,
Yeah.
Tidal, Pandora. Are you a Bandcamp artist? Bandcamp.
Bandcamp. I didn't use Bandcamp since 2015.
So to all the creatives out there, Bandcamp, and you know, it depends on your situation as an artist. It depends on Bandcamp is where a lot of artists put their music so that you can buy directly from them so they can get paid.
Right.
Streaming is kind of, what are your thoughts on streaming? Are you one of those who keep an eye on what's really going out there with streaming and the creative process of your music being streamed versus buying an album?
I would still prefer people to buy it because you know that'll support the artist more. I'm not opposed to streaming. But I'm opposed to the amount that they pay the artist or the creator.
That's the thing I wanted to get to. Because
that upsets me.
Right, because all of this is, I think, is built on data. So that's where all the big dogs getting their money and they're giving the artists pennies on the dollar. Shout out to Kimbo. He was in here. He played a track last podcast. That's a Kimbo over there. And he had some dope music that he's attempting to get out there. And I just told him too, like, to be careful about how you give your music out and make sure you're getting your just due, especially in 2019, because they're looking to take and just put out. You know what I mean? Are you considered independent?
Yeah, I'm independent.
Okay. Would you be adverse to signing to a major?
A few major companies approached me, but it wasn't right.
Wasn't the right numbers for you and all that. That's interesting. So you
I like ownership.
So you that's what I'm talking about, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. And listen, I gotta say, I'm not the best person to talk to about that, but I do have the knowledge that ownership is key when it comes to the creative.
Sure.
Whether it be your music or painting, even with this whole thing we're working with now, we're working on that. Own your brand, own your masters. Make sure you get what you're worth, because how long have you been working on this project?
About 2.5 years.
You see that? And it's just out, boom, to the world just like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like you gotta let it fly. And I think to a degree, do you feel like you're not gonna get everything that you put into it back?
Over time, I think so. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, over time.
It's worth it to come back and do another album?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I will say, if you listen to this album, it won't be just one type of vibe. It won't just have the hip hoppy. You're gonna hear a little bit of Drake in there. You're gonna hear a little bit of whoever's hot right now. I can't think off the top of my head, but Tory Lanez. I don't love Tory Lanez. You know, that type of energy. You're gonna hear that type of. You're gonna hear a little bit of everything. So I tell everybody to If you have a chance, you want to hear some good music, and not every track is the same either. Did you do that purposely?
No, it just came like that. I worked on probably like over 100 songs, probably more than that, and then just kind of narrowed it down to 10 tracks.
Wow, I don't know. So what are your plans with the rest of those tracks? Are you gonna release maybe mixed?
I'm not even sure, but I'm working on another project right now though.
Really?
Yeah.
This year, next year? You don't want to give it out yet?
Wait. I got a question though.
What's up?
Do you still like print up CDs or is it all just digital?
It's all digital right now. It's too cost effective to print up CDs now. And people don't buy CDs anymore. I mean, I still appreciate CDs. So, but people don't appreciate CDs anymore.
Interesting.
But I'm trying to get some copies, some vinyl copies.
Do you remember Towers? Records?
Tower Records?
Yeah.
You sound familiar.
Okay. Do you remember that, Nigel?
Wow, he said it sounds familiar. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, you remember Tower Records?
Yeah, Tower Records.
All right, so Tower Records, if you were, we were showing our age a little bit, but Tower Records was like a record store that you could go back in the day to get all the B-side joints back, like in Brooklyn, New York.
Where was it?
Random spots, like in Brooklyn, like it would be on a random corner store.
Was it a red logo?
Or was it? It was like orangey. Was it orangey?
They had one downtown Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Tower.
Yeah, they had one down there. You could get all the old records, all the, man, you could get Fabulous first album on CD back then.
That's crazy.
From that store. And then you had of course you had Virgin in the city.
J&R Musical World.
J&R.
Oh, I remember J&R.
We had B Street.
I was gonna say that's back to vinyl right there, B Street.
The album,
Yeah.
And then the V went out. It was just urgent.
I remember when I got one of my weapons.
Go to the mic on it. I think that mic is it's hot. I think it's hot.
I never forget the Black Album.
The Black Album.
The Black Album. Me and a group of friends, we cut school.
Right.
Jay-Z was in the city. He was in TRL.
Oh.
Yeah, and we wanted to go see Jay-Z. And we went to Beach Street, downtown Brooklyn. He did the video, actually, 99 Problems in Beach Street, downtown Brooklyn.
Yeah,
I remember B Street.
Yeah, he was in the city, and people cut school, and then, oh, man.
It was lit?
It was lit. He performed TRL.
Crazy. You was there?
He was outside. Yeah, he was outside.
That's
he performed
crazy.
outside, and then
How old were you?
I must have been.
This when you first came to New York back then?
Nah, this is after. This is like my high school days.
Oh, okay.
I could have been 15, 14.
And you was up here visiting? And you was up here?
No, I was living here now.
Oh, you was living in there?
Yeah.
How long you been up here, Lance?
Not that long, like 15.
You almost made me. That's you a New Yorker, man. Get out.
Yeah. Once you've been over. Once it's past 10 years.
Every summer I always went back down south.
Okay, but you still knew what it was.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah.
We went to go see Jay-Z.